Welcome back to our second watch along, stage 2 of the Giro d'Italia 2024. Appears to have been a split on the descent. We're going towards the last category 3 climb. There's about 4 gradual climbs, nothing too severe, before the Europa finish today, where 28 Ks to go. And yeah, there's this descent on the way to the Nelva category, the last category 3 climb, where there's an Ineos and UAE. I think it might be Milano, though. It looks like a Milano type
Yeah,
operator at the back. So I think I don't actually think there's anything really relevant here. I think the camera's just fixated because it's Fiorelli and he's in the,
dropped riders.
yeah, but he's in the Maglia Ciclamino. So that's
Yeah.
why they're showing it so long. It's like, oh, wait, is there something relevant here?
And he took enough points today, I think, to stay in the Ciclamino and full be leader tomorrow. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so maybe we'll see Fiorelli going for in the break again tomorrow. I don't know then if he takes the IS points. No, on the 50-point stage, he will lose the Ciclamino tomorrow to the stage winner,
Yeah.
most likely. And Ineos are doing the right thing on this descent, 100%. They're keeping Geraint Thomas right at the front. There's already been several crashes today, and yeah, there's on the descents, being at the front with your team in a bubble like that is exactly the
Yeah.
right thing that what Ineos are doing. Now, what they did earlier, Benji, I don't know about that.
Yeah. So basically, at the start of the stage, we had the breakaway of 6 forming and, well, breakaway of 5 forming, sorry. And we saw Ganna first being a breakaway, but it was more that he was like marking that breakaway. And then we saw Ineos basically helping UAE control the stage, if not doing more than UAE by putting Connor Swift at the front. There's so many things that we can point at, but first of all, like they're using energy while UAE is saving energy towards the final climb. If they're doing this for Narvaez or Thomas, that's both self-sabotage in that sense. So regardless of who you're going for, when it comes to saving your pink jersey or trying to put something together with Thomas, it's not really logical. And it's also a missed opportunity because I would have loved to see Ganna or Swift try and combine with a Foss maybe to try and get them in the breakaway, try and put some pressure on the team of UAE, who yesterday showed some weakness. And lastly, but maybe more important, there's bonus seconds at the top of the climb at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Like the way Ineos rode the start of the stage is completely unbelievable. Like, yeah, to Thomas said in an interview, well, they have the responsibility because of the jersey. That's a fictition.
Yeah,
Fiction. It's a fiction. Like that's like a pro Conti mentality. Oh, we have to protect the jersey. Like, first of all, I mean, credit to him if he does, and I'll be very surprised if Pogacar doesn't. But as Piccolo just missed a bit on from his own Soigneur, go for the second one. He is going to ignore him. He got him. He says, "Oh, he just wanted the gel." Uh, what's the prospects of Narvaez not losing his 6-second lead to Pogacar on this finish today, Benji? Even if the breakaway wins.
I'd say it's very likely that Pogacar takes the Maglia Rosa, but I will say after yesterday, I've got about a 5% chance that somehow Narvaez does something magical.
0%. 0%. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but he's never shown over 20 minutes. He's had really good puncher efforts before. Yeah, yesterday was a big step up. He's not shown that before, but over 20 minutes. So, and also, why Ineos are here, not so Johnny Narvaez can wear the Maglia Ciclamino for a couple of days in the sprints and look all nice.
Yeah.
They're here to win the race with G. And so they've created a situation where Pogacar is likely to take maximum bonus seconds whilst not having for 80 kilometers or more to spend his riders. And now Pogacar is going to have a full lead out of Bjerg, Grossschartner, and Micah for Europa. And Bjerg can go very fast in the first 3 kilometers. And there's full bonies in place. So the way they rode is just, yeah, unbelievable. But yeah, also enough other teams didn't try to get in the break either. So like, where was
Yep.
where was Visma? Where was Quickstep? Where was Trek? Where was
Yep.
EF did get in, but where were the other teams trying to get in?
Like it's the same storyline. It is so yesterday UAE that is team strength vulnerable is how I describe it, and they then don't really benefit from that. And it's not you're not just doing it to win the stage, you're doing it to try and test that team strength again to see whether that does something. Well, best case you do get a stage win out of it, but worst case you just see UAE putting everything on the table to try and catch the breakaway, trying to catch your riders before the final climb, reducing their numbers, which is also very well.
And hopefully someone dangerous gets in the break with you. hopefully Lushenko gets in the break with you, like Hindley last year. And then that creates a bigger problem for UAE. And you're, you're not the favorite. You're not the favorite or near the favorite. You say, it's not my problem. Yuri Oliveira, get on the front. Jasmine Howard says, without bad luck, Visma would have no luck at all. Yes and no. You know, Hessing got taken out by the crash yesterday after the Maddalena in the sort of the town just before the Bivio San Vito started. He had a small fracture in his hand, so he couldn't start. Probably nothing he could do there in that crash. But the crashes of Volta and Coy today, they occurred in the same position in the peloton. Right at the back, in a narrowing between the roundabouts when Volta just crashed.
When Ineos is trying to keep their team at the front.
There's a reason Ineos are at the front here. There was a reason going into the climb before this one, where Volta crashed. There was a reason that that Visma were at the front with Van Dijk and Tratnik for Kjell Uterbroeks. And why was Volta at the back there with Plapp?
But Ineos is pushing forward, as in is still at the front on the climb now. We're now on the...
Yeah, now this makes no sense, right? Are they trying to catch... So what Ineos might be trying to do is catch the chase group of 140, which has Scaroni, and he's at, what, 31 seconds? And then they catch Scaroni, and then they stop.
No, Scaroni's on 215. Piccolo's on 107, and that's the first rider on the road.
So Piccolo is the closest on GC?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to try catch the closest guy, and then they can let it out a bit, and then UAE have to... But, I mean, Poggi can close 2 minutes on Europa already.
Yeah.
They put it on a platter for UAE.
The likelihood of Pogacar winning this stage is super high right now.
I would say
91.
95 to 97%. Like the only chance he doesn't win is if UAE completely shit the bed and someone like Aina Rubio attacks and Poggi doesn't react. I will say, I mean, maybe because Ineos told them they would pace. UAE really didn't seem that fussed about pacing earlier today when the break did form. They just went, they asked Bahrain with Bauhaus. Bauhaus said no.
I somewhat agree/disagree. As in, first of all, when Ganna was in the breakaway because he was marking that move and bridged instead of closing it, then they were at the front of the peloton behind it with 2 riders. So then they were trying to close because it was a dangerous breakaway. When it was not dangerous anymore, they already kind of felt that Ineos was going. Maybe Ineos communicated before the stage, "Oh, we're going to help control the stage," because
they did. I think they would have. So, like, the teams talk, and you know, maybe UAE said to Ineos, "You have the jersey, will you help?" And Ineos like, "Yeah, sure." I mean, there's only one way Ineos could have kept the jersey today
in the break,
and that's from the breakaway. And realistically, Narvaez wouldn't go in the breakaway. The only person who could keep the jersey in their team is Ganna. If Ganna got in the breakaway, what's he on? 10 seconds? 14 seconds?
He's not far behind, that's for sure.
And the way he climbed yesterday on this sort of climb, he might not have lost too much to someone in the breakaway. That was the only way they could keep the jersey. But I don't understand what they're doing, why they're pacing behind the break now quite hard. Like they're putting time into Piccolo with Ganna. I don't really understand. Now maybe, listen, if oh my God, another crash at the back. This Pozzovivo again. He's got his rear derailleur snapped off. The rear mech is completely off. Pozzo 2 crashes into. I wouldn't ride near that guy, honest to God. Like, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Who's Italian champion these days?
Velasco and Astana.
Oh yeah, I always think it's Scaroni for some reason.
Like, there's a reason.
It's all the same.
When people crash, when you look at a crash in isolation, you can be like, okay, it's bad luck. But when the same people crash all the time, it's not bad luck.
Man's waving like crazy, but his team car's pretty far, you know?
Yeah, because of all the dropped riders, the team cars are far.
But also when it comes to Ineos, is there a reality where, like right now it looks like they're trying to control the breakaway, but is there a reality where they're fake pacing at some point to make sure Ineos doesn't do another Bjerg?
I think this is what Ineos is trying to do. This is what their plan is. Get a break like this. Ideally, though, it would have been someone on more than a minute, not Piccolo. Have the break win, but only by 30 seconds.
That's never going to work.
Soft pace Europa, so Narvaez doesn't get gapped. And yeah, of course.
And then UAE's going to be like, oh, we've got all our riders left because Ineos been pacing all day, so let's go a lead out.
Of course, it doesn't work.
Then Poggi choo-choo, and he wins the stage.
You know who would have won this from the break, even with these guys chasing? Paul Double. Paul Double. He wouldn't be dropped with Davide Bice, tell you that for free. Ganna's like actually pacing.
Ganna's good.
Of course he's good, but I mean, I would rather have seen this in the breakaway, and then
For sure.
imagine Bjerg. Then Bjerg has to pace now.
Yep.
And then it's just Grossschartner and Micah for the final climb. It's all this chess, like.
And they had that scenario again. I was in that breakaway.
Brother,
He just didn't pace.
if the Swift guys, Vos and Ganna jump,
Yeah.
and they tell everybody, the other teams before the stage, they're going to jump, or they're not going to control, and the other team's jumping, UAE are not controlling that. They are not stopping it happening. Like, Ganna is so strong. He probably did 600 watts for like 4 minutes yesterday.
Jasmine Howard asks in the chat, what did Satan tell Steve Cummings? I think they forgot to have the conversation.
Satan, yeah, they didn't have a conversation last. I mean, I praise them. I mean, Ineos deserve credit yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
They instead of saying, no, Johnny, you have to wait with G and pace him back on the climb to Poggy, you have to stay with G. No, they freed him. Credit for that. But then today, that doesn't mean you have to like honor Johnny Narvaez's jersey. Like, who gives a fuck? It's about wearing the jersey in Rome. I'm also surprised after he lost the Giro last year, Benji, by 14 seconds.
Yeah.
That you would so happily be like, well, what's 10 bonus seconds? Like, fuck, well. I mean, probably won't be decided by bonies, but also how many hours do you spend in the wind tunnel each year trying to get an extra 5 seconds?
Yep.
And then you do this.
And like, I don't believe the fact that they're like doing it for, we're not thinking about Pogacar, we're just writing our game for the podium. That's not this either. So they're straight up just, I think they think they're getting a benefit out of this, but they're not.
I don't know what they're doing. So I just don't.
It makes no sense.
I just don't understand. So maybe they've seen something different in Poggy, Benji. Maybe they got a, but
yeah, but sorry,
I saw something in Poggy yesterday. I had a quick look at the numbies, and I was like, yeah, he's gone pretty well. So the only problem was his team.
Talking about numbies,
not him.
Fontani set a time on this like ages ago. Like, it's not really a fair comparison, to be honest. Like, between the arrows and between the equipment and so forth. But looking at it now, you reckon Pogacar will beat his time?
I think so.
What is it again?
There's a
17:04.
17 mins, yeah, I think.
Yeah, 17:04 it is.
And I mean, yes, there's a gentle tailwind.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not that strong, under 10 k's an hour. Micah and Grossschartner and Bjerg are fresh. Bjerg is going to do the first 3 kilometers absolutely full gas. And then Poggy can launch on the he could launch early at 4.5 k's to go. There's a 10.5% kilometer. He could launch there, or he waits another 2 k's just before it levels off, and there's another steep section.
Would that not require 7 watt per kilo for 17 minutes?
I'm not sure. I can't remember what Pantani's watts were.
I don't remember either.
But
because if so, that's more than Mond.
The equipment is like the equipment they have now. They've got like lightweight wheels that are so much more aerodynamic. The tires, the pressures. He's in a skin.
Yeah.
He's in a skin suit, man. You know, like they go so fast, and then it's also the final section is shallow. Poggy on the final section, he's 65 kilos plus, pushing 425, 450. He will go 35 kilometers an hour, 30 kilometers an hour on the final K and a half. So the equipment back then, they couldn't do that. Obviously, they had other help, but
that's for sure.
I think it can be beaten, yeah. It's not. I don't think it's one of Pantani's best ever records.
It's one of the most renowned ones because of the situation,
he was behind and then had to come back, and then he dropped Jalabert, no?
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
Yeah.
He had a mechanical at the foot, and then he didn't go into the climb like 50 or anything. It was still a hard stage before it, seemingly, because there were like 3 groups ahead of him with like 1 rider, Hedas, I think, then 4 riders, and then 5 or 6 riders or something. Jalabert was in the second group, then caught up with Hedas and then passed them, and then eventually Pantani toppled them all over. But a lot of it was like off camera, all of the passing. We're complaining about broadcasting this in this era, which with this technology they should sometimes do better. But in that era, mate, suddenly Pantani was in 3rd position, suddenly he was 1st. Like teleportation.
Yeah. So you think Poggy wins? You said 91%?
Yeah. Poggy wins.
Yeah, Poggy wins.
I hope we see something. It's like, it's weird because I don't want to hope against Pogacar because he does deserve to win if he is the strongest.
No, I hope Pogacar wins today's stage.
But for the sake of the race, I like the unexpected victory, so I'm always rooting for something else.
No, but Benji, I also wanted that, but then the way Ineos ride today, I'm like, well, no.
Yeah, then they low-key deserve to have.
I hope Poggy wins, you know, and Dumoulin, they're showing the Dumoulin archive on
That was
Europa,
also, that's horrible. I don't want to see that ever again. Oh,
'cause
Vincenzo
he dropped
Nibali.
Nibali.
Vincenzo Nibali attacked because he always attacks
Who was the sky rider?
and then realizes he's not good enough.
Is that Landismo? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And
Zakarin in second.
Quintana dropped as well.
Yeah. Quintana was ahead, if I recall correctly, and
Yeah.
they bridged towards him.
Yeah. And then it's shallower, and then the big engines help a
Yeah.
lot on Europa. That was a really high level climbing performance from Dumoulin.
Yes, but the one I remember the most is the one in the Vuelta against Froome.
This is Gran Piemonte when Sosa let out Bernal. I remember this. Look how skinny Bernal looked. I like those Ineos kids. I remember they were killing it. That was in 2020 Piemonte or 2019 Piemonte, actually. Sorry, which one, Benji? You like the most? Which?
Oh, the Dumoulin victory in the Vuelta, in one of his first Vueltas, with a steep climb where he passed Froome in the last kilometer or something. In the last bit, went over Froome.
La Vuelta.
Yeah, La Vuelta.
He's a big man. He's not supposed to be able to do this.
What Vuelta was it, Luke, with that Dumoulin passed?
2017.
Earlier, right? No? 2016 or 2017 is what Luke is saying in the background, just for the people that are watching.
What
2016 is 2015 says Chad.
Do you think Aronson will be better today? I think he will.
On paper, this Europa fits him better.
Yeah.
But he wasn't
also,
that,
yesterday
he was consistently
yesterday
not
was
great
also
around
a 15-minute climb and he got dropped.
What do you think about the drama, though? Because yesterday evening we saw a tweet by Martin Arensman. Hopefully I said his name correct.
Martin, yeah.
Is it his father?
Yeah.
And he posted along the lines of that his trainer ruined his form.
Yeah, he said, like, thank God he's now in the race, because during the race the trainer can't screw his form up anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Bear in mind, his trainer, I think, is Dajo Sanders, who came with him from DSM. So that doesn't really make sense, but that would have made for some awkward moments on the bus. We're not already awkward.
Regardless of whether it's true, it's weird to me that
you can't tweet it.
That's posted.
You can't tweet it because it also puts your son in an uncomfortable position now. What's he going to do, you know?
But he's also out of contract, so he's probably leaving. Otherwise, this shit doesn't happen, in my opinion.
I mean, it's still spring. It's still the start of May. The kid, he's 24, 25 years old. I mean, he could do something great in this Giro still for G. He could do something great in the Vuelta, but certainly, not... he was good in Tirreno, solid in Tirreno, but in Romandy and that first stage, it's a lot of headache. How long have we got to go?
So we've got
Why are you showing me?
Yeah, we've got 17K to go. Just talk about profile. We basically have...
There's a false flight to St. Valley, not that fast now. Then they're doing, I don't know what sprint.
Bonus seconds.
Honest to God, like, we joke about it because we're lazy and we're not like mainstream media. And so with the Intergiro, we're just like, no, I'm sorry, it's too complicated. I don't care. Like, I'm not following it. The actual commentary is not following it.
Yeah.
Because even they don't understand. And like, they're like, I'm sorry, this is ridiculous.
I'm not even adding the intermediate sprints to my notes for the podcast anymore.
Like there's a Fuga competition, Intergiro, intermediate sprint. Is the riders yesterday didn't know? It's ridiculous. Like,
I only care about the sprints from the peloton at the moment.
Like the Maglia Ciclamino
Gross.
Yeah.
With his lead out every day.
Yeah, because also the GC guys barely take any bonies in the Giro.
Yeah.
With the breakaway always goes deep into the stage.
Which is also ideal for most people in the peloton except Pogacar, that those bonus seconds were swept away.
Exactly.
Then again, would he go for it at the foot of a climb?
No.
A bit dodgy.
I mean, if it's right there and his teammate just needs to break a bit, but not a full gas sprint.
Exactly.
Machalusi.
They're going to be caught by the peloton soon. Scaroni and Machalusi. So that's an 8-second gap now.
Ganna's going too fast on the descent, actually. Like sometimes guys go on the front and they think my job's to go, I really push it. It's not your job. For a GC guy, it's smooth. Okay, maintain front position, but no one's challenged. The hierarchy in this race is very established. So generally speaking, we've not seen actually any real craziness. The hierarchy is, well, today Ineos, but also yesterday UAE and Scaroni now quad. But the job is not to go full gas. Remember the crash of Gregoire in the Basque Country chaotic wet sprint. And if you actually watch, the lead-out man for Gregoire takes the corner so fast, and you see Lo Van Belle is in front of Vingegaard and actually lays off. Maybe it was Van Dijk. I think it was Van Belle. lays off a fair bit because he's like, well, no, like I'm not going Gregoire's pace through the corner with Vingegaard on my wheel. But then Vingegaard crashed 3 days later. So, but yeah, it's just an example like steady and smooth down the descents. Kwiatkowski was always very, very good at that. That's why he's one of my favorite riders.
So you really got a full ride to the bottom of Europa basically today. They spent a bit of Oliveira, a bit of Langen.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, now I'm even more skeptical, Benji, because what I thought would happen, I was like, okay, whatever. Ineos are going to put one guy on the flat, but then they'll keep it at 3.5, and then they'll say to UAE on the hills, there you go. But now they're still pacing.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It is.
If G wins, I will write a personal apology to Steve Cummings on Twitter today. I will. If he wins this stage, I will write a personal apology to Steve Cummings and Zach Dempster today. Well, no, I should apologize if he wins. He won't.
It is not likely. According to you, it's about 97% for Poggi. What is the chance for Thomas then? Like 0.3?
0.
Oh. Because like if you look at the climb,
it's too short. I like G on a 45-minute climb.
It starts off with 5 kilometers that are like 2 to 5%.
It's a 7K climb.
Yeah, the last 7K. And the last kilometer is 5%. So it's kind of like...
It's a Poggi climb. It is like designed for Poggi. He is Poggi from 10 to 22 minutes. Poggi is just like unbelievable, man. Like Vingegaard.
We saw it on Monday.
Vingegaard can't drop Poggi on those gradients, except Marie Blanc. But even Marie Blanc's like 25 minutes.
It's the other way around that it sometimes happens.
What do you mean? Poggi drops Jonas there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Poggi is super explosive and can hold it. It's more the longer climb. So yeah, this climb is, I would say this is literally the best ever stage you could design for Pogacar. Like a little bit of hills, not too hard. It's only like 2,300 meters total in the climb.
And if someone is able to follow him magically, he's still going to dust him in the sprint most likely, unless it's another Narvaez shocking.
If someone follows him on this, then they're going to podium the Giro.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Like, if Narvaez podiums this stage, mate, top 10, top 5 Giro.
But listen, okay, but if that happens, then that's a big tell from UAE that something's not right.
Yeah, that's true.
If there is a situation here, if UAE do not put Grosschartner, Maika, and Bjerg to pace this climb, then something is very wrong.
Yeah, they are. I have no doubt. Zero doubt.
Yeah, but if they don't, and then Narvaez follows, then something's very strange is going on.
Tim Bratjes asks, can someone explain Ineos' tactics today? We've gone through it on this before, but we're going to go through it again on the podcast after this. So
they're trying to keep the jersey. It doesn't make sense, but I think that their rationale is they're trying to keep the pink jersey.
That's their idea, but even then it's not logical. But we'll go into it again on the podcast later, so no worries. Now the Europa's climb, the Europa climb is starting, so we'll focus on that.
Mark Rafe did that, I think, this morning.
What?
When he was introducing the climb in the bus.
Europa climb.
He called the Europa climb, yeah. To be honest, I mean, I understand pacing here. Like, you're through these towns and the road furniture and you keep G in front. Okay, I understand. UAE must be laughing. They must honestly have been laughing in the car today.
Yeah.
Bora back at the front for Sharkman? Must be.
Martinez?
Martinez, sorry.
Disrespect, come on. Lipovic exists as well, but after yesterday...
No, 2 minutes. It's for Martinez.
Yeah, on paper, yes.
Strong ride by Piccolo. Obviously, like, usually what happens is we say, where's this rider been? And trash them a little bit, and then they come good the next day. Bahrain on the left for Tiberi. Bora on the right. I think Gamp has just pulled out of the line. Martinez is third wheel for Bora. Lipovic is fourth. He just got chopped out of it by a DSM rider.
Who's the blue hat on the left?
That's Pozzovivo. The Bardiani guy.
Yeah, didn't he have like a greenish jersey on?
It's Bardiani. Poggi mechanical. Poggi front wheel flat. Oh, he crashed! Oh, he went down. He braked too much. And now he's saying for the car, this is like Pantani all over again.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Baldato comes out of the car. He got straight back up. It was very slow speed, but because he was braking and turning the bike on a front wheel puncture, he just lost the front. I don't want to say it.
Now, Ineos, what they were pacing already, so
I would smash the fuck out of it.
yeah. Now they got to keep going.
I would smash it. I know it's not the sportsman thing to do, but I would smash it. Where's Poggy's team?
I have no clue.
Why is his team not waiting with him when he has a mechanical?
There's
Why is he
no sense.
Why is he going back without 4 teammates around him as he has a mech? And then you see he turns the right corner, braking.
Oh,
The paint.
Yeah.
Oh, the sealant's coming out. Yeah, this. I mean, he looks fine.
yeah, it looks
But
fine.
why
Probably
the
very
fuck are
frustrated.
they not teammates coming back? This guy is the best.
He's very There's his team. Finally.
Yeah, but they should. He says, "I have a mech." Okay, 4
Yeah.
guys back.
What do you reckon time is behind? 45 minutes?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Oh, not actually that much.
Ineos should absolutely launch it.
Because the climb is starting basically now, eh?
Yeah, the climb
The first 2 kilometers are gradual, so that's where he needs his team, eh?
If you don't want to be behind too much, drop your teammates back with you when you have a puncture. Ganna should launch it. G's moving up. G's attacking off the bonies.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Is there intermediate?
Yeah,
is there
there's
bony?
3 bonus seconds here.
And he takes it. He's second.
So he gets 2 seconds.
I mean, he didn't need to sprint that hard. They could have just. That was a bit stupid.
Might as well take it. Come on. We can't fall.
No, he should take it, but you don't need to sprint that much. I mean, Poggy's in the cars. He's not 30 seconds. He's not 30 seconds
Nice.
behind. He's not.
He's on it.
Yeah. But behind the back of the peloton, he's 10 seconds.
By the time the steep gradient starts, he's back in the peloton.
Yeah. Ineos masterclass, like I always said, Benji.
Yeah.
This whole stage.
Bro, this doesn't change a thing.
It's crazy. I mean, the fact that he did it just like Pantani, what the fuck? That's what I always said. But, I mean, this is why we got hyped in the preview, Benji. Okay, Poggy's the odd, more than the odds-on favorite.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in 3 weeks. There's bad luck. There's craziness. Okay, yeah, you don't want it to happen, but it will happen. And it's like how you deal with it, how will it affect the race?
Fuck it. I'll put this here. Back at the end of the peloton. He's at the back. He's moving up on the right side now. Pretty comfortably, to be honest. He looks fine.
Ineos
No,
are pacing hard.
Well, he's in the group, so.
Not this
He's
front third, yeah, but he's sort of, and he's got 2 teammates around him now, and Ineos are pacing with, I don't know who, Ganna, and then it's Ganna, Vos. Is that Aronsman third wheel or Sheffield?
I think it's Chef.
Aronsman is behind Narvaez.
Yeah.
Narvaez, they got to make pace, right? Well, no, they won't.
They won't, but otherwise they wouldn't have done all that shit today.
Yeah. Altebrooks moves up to meet
There he is
Tratnik.
already.
Poggy
Pog is
moves
back
up, yeah.
completely.
He's back.
Came in front of. Ooh! Is that Grosch ahead of him? I don't know.
It's Grosjean and then Novak is on Poggy's wheel. Walter is moving up on the right-hand side.
Yeah, fell as well today. Huh?
Yeah.
Like Koi.
Yeah. Poggy also nearly got squeezed just then, and then Novak had got squeezed off his wheel.
Yeah, but here they also have no choice. They have to move up, eh? So it's,
but move up here.
Yeah,
Don't move up in the bends like that.
But I can also imagine that those riders at that very moment don't remember the exact road that lies behind this corner.
No, they're panicking. Yeah, they're stressing to get to the front. Here we go. Grosjean to the front, then Bjerg. Novak's there. I don't know where Mike is on the wheel of Novak.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ineos. It's been a pleasure. But they've changed the order, Benji.
Yeah, they have.
UAE changed the order. Now, I actually think Novak should pace. Now, Novak's going to drop now. Mike is already moving over him.
We'll see what happens, eh?
It should have been Novak, Grosjean, Bjerg, and then Micah.
Unless Novak really had an issue yesterday.
Yeah, could have.
We can't know if one of them had gastro or anything, eh? EF on the left side for Chavito.
Is that what number's Bardet, Luke? Is that him on the right? Is that Hamilton on the right?
Yeah, that's Hamilton on the right.
I wouldn't say it's nuclear pace yet.
No, it's not nuclear. Maybe they learned from yesterday. They're like, calma.
Yeah.
We saw the train at the front, but Was Björg in second position or?
Bjerg is in second position behind Großschartner. And Micah moved up, and Novak, I don't know, he's maybe on the wheel of Poggi. Novak is in front of Poggi actually now. Poggi is behind Micah and Novak. Großschartner
moving
setting
up.
the pace. Foss is on the right. Lushenko there as well. Don't know who the EF boy is. Valgren. Brooks is on the wheel of an EF. Tiberi is there. I don't see us. Oh, I see a second bar in. Sorry, it's Caruso. O'Connor is on the wheel of Poggi. Velasco dropped. Yeah, I think actually it is a good pace.
But this is exactly the reason why Ineos's work today comes at a cost, because now UAE has the full resources at their availability to do this.
They have 4
to
guys.
Start with 9K to go with 4 guys. So that's why
For a
Ineos's strategy
17-minute climb,
makes zero fucking sense today.
I mean, and you see how irregular it is. You need numbers here to really push. Like, look at VPP trying to move up in the wind. You have to do so many watts with Großschartner doing that, like not on the wheel. See Brooks trying to move up in the wind as well. He's on the wheel of Tiberi or Caruso. He's trying to move up positions. Brooks had a lot of wind yesterday. Tratnik needs to get in front and move him up as soon as possible on this sort of section. Because when you don't want to look, if you're look at the line.
Yeah.
If you're 25 meters back, if you're not in position.
And this part is also a high-paced portion going into that steeper segment, which starts out with 5K into the climb. So.
And that's what I mean. UAE could not do this if they had to control a really dangerous breakaway. Even if they bring it back, they would not have these numbers left to do this. Alaphilippe dropping at the back. I actually thought he might have been a break chance today, but Quickstep didn't really go for it. Carmajan also at the back. Piccolo is doing a strong ride.
Yeah, he is.
So, holding on 35 seconds is a strong ride. But
a few days ago, we were asking where is he, and he's really showing to be at a solid level here. So, unironically, could win a stage in the Giro.
And credit to EF for trying to get in the break both days, sort of. But today they really tried, actually. Today EF really tried, and they were the ones that actually forced it when Gano split across. So good on them. But
Chad is saying we need a big talk between Satan and Steve Cummings later.
I mean, and Poggi's gonna be pissed off.
Yeah.
Yesterday he would have been pissed off.
Now with the crash, he's definitely
he crashes. He's like, "Fuck this! Time to get the pink jersey and win this stage." I would be, of course.
Yeah.
Pozzovivo at the back with Alaphilippe. It's all in a look how long the line is. In a line.
When it comes to the crash, it also looked like it was kind of his like hookless rim separation, eh? Like rim of
Poggi.
Yeah. Tire of rim?
No.
No hookless?
No. The tire stayed on. It was leaking sealant.
Okay.
But no, I think he just tried to turn it too acute an angle with a fully flat tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
There we go. Right on cue.
It was like fully flat to the rim.
Yeah.
Leaking sealant, tries to turn. Oh no, you're right. It did roll.
It separates, eh?
The tire came off. Maybe do they use hookless? Is that the new Envy hook? Luke's saying maybe the new Envy hookless rims. During riders 2 days in a row. During riders got to get on that analysis of the hookless or peak torque. Großschartner setting a good pace. Now's the time to move up if you can. You see Aina Rubio's trying to be moved up by a Domestique for Movistar.
With Carmajan holding on, I also feel like there's no real value there. So
yeah, like you're just wasting watts you could spend in the break tomorrow. I mean, maybe
losing time is also valuable to go in the break.
Yeah, but maybe
tomorrow is not valuable.
No one cares if he's in the break though, whatever, even if he's on 0.000.
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe he's thinking, if I get in the break, I want to be the best placed on GC in the break.
Yeah, because then I might get pink.
Yeah.
If they want to give it away.
I understand.
Fair point. Makes sense.
Piccolo's about to be brought back. Großschartner, really, really good. UAE, I think also, clearly their pacing is different here.
Yeah. Slower.
UAE are actually pacing correctly here as opposed to yesterday. And that's why I said Bjerg gets to the front and you just go, I like this is like a properly, we are going to deliver Poggi at this point. He will attack at this point. Großschartner pulls off. Bjerg begins. Poggi gets on the radio already. Starting to talk into the radio. I don't know if he wants them to lift. Novak now
to the front.
To the front in front of Bjerg.
I like that after yesterday. Or no, never mind. Bjerg is going.
Bjerg then retakes it from him. We see Aliotti just in front of Lipovic. Lipovic on the inside in relatively good position. Aliotti being good. Tratnik is bringing Uiterbrooks up into good position. Uiterbrooks needs to find a place around Thomas, I think, and just sit there. Sheffield is climbing well. Sheffield is there on Poggy's wheel.
Yes. He's climbing well.
And Tratnik is going back now. So he just moved Uiterbrooks up. And Uiterbrooks needs to stay there on the Bora wheel.
Yesterday in a group of this size, it was only Micah.
Yep. Maybe you're right. Maybe Novak did have an issue yesterday.
But after this Bjerg, well, it might only be Micah as well.
Yeah, but Bjerg should up the pace now.
Yeah,
because we have 6Ks to go and the last 1,500 shot. He should up the pace.
We're on the steeper segment.
And then Novak and then Micah launches.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Micah doesn't look so good, no?
I can't tell.
Sharkman dropping, so he...
But it's different climbing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's logical.
But that's the thing for Narvaez. I mean, Narvaez is still there. Narvaez is holding. Who can we see there? Aronsman sliding. Aronsman sliding, losing positions. Nairo is dropping. I mean, Nairo should just go in the break on Pratidjitivo. Like he doesn't. I mean, he said it before the race. He said, "I don't have the shape for GC," and so yeah. I mean, he was fine yesterday, but a minute as well.
This is at one stage up to high altitude in Vignon. That's breaks.
Come good in week 3. Pozzo Vivos actually doing well.
Novak is losing the wheel of Bjerg there for a second. No, Bjerg look back.
Micah doesn't look so good. Luke says that the Italian TV said that Tiberi had a puncture. I'm looking for the Bahrainis.
Caruso's there?
Just Caruso. Lipovic moves up to talk to Sheffield.
Looks better today, Lipovic.
But why? What the fuck is he doing? What is he doing? You got to just find a sit. You're losing so many watts there. Is he trying to move Martinez up? Aliotti dropping?
Maybe he's trying to stay ahead of Martinez to keep him. I don't know.
I don't know what he's doing. He now finds a sit. Novak pulls out. So they got the order wrong again. It has
to be around.
Yeah, Novak.
We saw it earlier.
Yeah, yesterday was the same thing. And now
no Novak, now Micah has to go.
Poggy will go at 4.7 kilometers. 4.5 to 4.7 kilometers to go. Poggy will go.
Which is also good on this climb. You can't wait too long.
That's the steep section. And Micah can do 3-4 minutes hard. He will do like the Tullet style 4-minute lead out, I think. But yeah, UAE got the order wrong again. And look, Novak is staying with them.
He's trying maybe because he feels like he shit the bed again.
But it's not his fault. He should have pulled before Bjerg.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but he thinks, but this makes no sense.
Maybe it's now the mental battle of trying to offer something. Martinez in trouble.
Martinez is struggling. APP is struggling. Plapp is actually fine. I mean, Plapp is actually doing what he does.
He always does this.
Yeah, Plapp
at some point he will drop though, but
he lives in that position. We just lost the feed.
We just lost the feed. Give us 2 seconds.
Chat can tell us what's going on.
Chat can tell us what's happening. No! Hurry!
We got it back.
Something's happening.
Aronsman's dropping.
We're back. And the chat is saying Aronsman is attacking. We can't trust these people.
UAE have been bad again. I'm sorry. But Micah left in a group. It's 20 riders after not having to work all day. And Micah's doing cyclo-tourist pace.
Yeah. It's not like a 1% segment as well, eh? So
if Ineos had a second GC, I mean, maybe they don't want to attack, but
Micah yesterday showed to be really strong, so I do expect him to still cause separation in this group.
I mean, in this situation, if they ride but yeah, Narvaez will still lose the time, but I mean, Micah's going slower because it's shallower, and then it's going to kick up again, and he's going to go again, and through these hairpins as well. Who's the Alpecin? Ponchi.
Probably.
Micah and Poggy talking.
They're like, where's our team, bro?
I'm telling you, like, they were going to regret.
There we go.
They're doing the lead out. Now the full lead out starts. They change the pace.
Now we can see a proper, line through the entire group. This is a good lead out.
Yeah, but they definitely missed Vine, and of course they couldn't take him because he crashed in Pedasco. But Vine would have made a big difference, of course.
For sure. Yeah, he's gonna get separation.
O'Connor's on the wheel of Poggy. Mike is doing the lead up. 4.5
there we
to
go.
go. Poggy goes. O'Connor sticks stuck to the wheel. And this, you just got to, I mean, they're trusting they can go. G's dropping. G's dropped. Narvaez is hanging with G. But this is, Poggy is not like going to slow down. That's not his like snap attack. He's like, he will continue at this pace now for the rest of the climb.
Come on, Ben.
Come on, Ben. No, he's dropped. He's dropped.
He tried. He always does this.
He always cracks himself like this.
Is this regrettable then? Is he over forcing himself to try to follow?
I mean,
like, for him, the podium battle is it?
If he's going for the podium, because G will drop Ben now.
But Poggy's gone.
Ineos today, literally like the dumbest tactics I've ever seen. It is. Did you think anything but this would happen?
No.
What the fuck were they thinking?
Crazy. 4.1 kilometers to go. The gaps are like already 10, 15, 20 seconds almost. He's going to keep on expanding that. Like the gradients now, the coming gradients, we're looking at, it's still kind of steep to be honest. But in the last kilometer, it goes to 6%. So we're talking 8.86 is my pure guess when it comes to the last 3 kilometers. Yeah, Poggy boy. What were they expecting? Like,
O'Connor's there. She's not back to, I mean,
she's going to stay with, like, this is the podium battle behind Poggy right now. Hey, Ben O'Connor, Geraint Thomas.
Okay, but Benji, say Micah has to start a roper himself from the bottom.
Yeah?
There's a chance.
Oh, for sure.
G stays with Poggy then.
Yeah, because...
There's a chance because he can't, it's the lead out he did to 4.5. It's the lead out where then Poggy attacks off that pace that they just can't respond to it. But then when they're actually all riding at threshold,
he's not really gaining time.
When they're riding at threshold, the gap is not expanding that much. It will, but G and Ben need to relay, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you have Micah go from the bottom,
Kian looking good.
Let's go, Kian. Good job, man.
Is that Lipovic in the wheel?
Yeah, it's Lipovic.
This is so weird. Like
Kian's Lipovic is blowing up. Kian's riding away from him.
Kian's white jersey is really looking good right now.
And that's Rubio.
Rubio?
Rubio.
What? El
Patron will say no, Poggy. My pink. But look, Poggy riding at threshold is not so different. And so if you didn't have Micah there to do the lead out, maybe the stage is different. But Ineos completely fucked it up.
Yeah. Yeah, the tempo behind Poggy is not as fast as Poggy himself, so they're going to keep losing time in this group.
G can't relay with Ben.
Group 3 is coming, but Kian is coming back to O'Connor and Thomas, to be honest.
But they haven't lost like 30 seconds. But it will be 30 seconds. Poggy will take 30.
Yeah.
G is not relaying with Ben.
I like the closeness of the field when it comes to second to like 10th.
If this was the win battle, this would be great. But
Chavito, we've got Lutsenko, we've got Martinez, not too far behind Lipovic. Who's the other Astana?
Bronsky.
Vadim
Bronsky, yeah. Is that Stora?
Is Stora back or what?
He must have had an issue on the other climb. Is that Jan Hirt?
Yeah, it is.
Jan Hirt should have been in the tour team. Yeah. I mean, if Thomas attacks O'Connor after not pulling, he'll be an enemy forever.
That looks to be Stora, right?
Yeah.
Who else would it be? Who's behind these riders? Who's behind Lutsenko? I'm curious there.
Chavez was good yesterday. He finished in the main GC group.
Ooh, that's a solid guy, though. Plappy with Pozzo with...
Vivo, Plapp.
Pozzo back after that crash, though.
Yeah, and Mauri.
And Conchi? And Narvaez. Like, it made zero fucking sense what Ineos was doing today.
Who would have thought that Narvaez can't do 6.7 watts per kilo for 20 minutes? No, I haven't seen Tiberi or Caruso. Is he? But that's not a good. This is not a good group to be in with Bardet.
Yeah.
Maybe Pools would have been okay. Yeah, maybe.
We know what's wrong with Bardet, right?
Zambanini.
We know what's wrong with Bardet,
Bardet
right?
said he has gastro or something. He has some.
Always in Italy, like.
He's always sick. Yeah, the gap is really going out now. It's just like Il Pirata. He at the mechanical, comes back, goes past everybody. Thanks for coming.
"24 seconds."
Otterbrook's bridging across. He attacked the group behind. Thomas still not relaying with O'Connor. Kian will attack. Kian will drop these two guys. He's stronger than them. He just doesn't have the explosion.
I will see it. Like it's in a good position to be in the podium battle. So
Otterbrooks is
regardless of whether he drops them today, he's showing much more than he's done so far this year.
He's the second best climber in this race.
And the white jersey is up for grabs for him right now.
What is Thomas doing? Pathetic. This is pathetic. Listen. If you say I'm going to come,
he's not even basing.
If you say I'm going to come to podium, and then you do that, that's fine. But to have your team pace all day, to say we're going for the win, to say we're going to race aggressively, and then you refuse to relay behind Pogačar, come on. And is he dropping, or is he just bad, or like if he's bad,
Martinez
then
with Storr now attacking from that group.
I mean,
and Rubio has to solve it now. I can't believe it. Now he's reacting.
Like, what is he doing?
I'm shocked that Rubio is there, to be honest.
No, Rubio's good on these sort of Unipuertos. Without fatigue.
Yeah, but not in that position.
On Crans Montana and without fatigue, Rubio's really good, actually. And also, like, I don't think it's the best group either.
What do you reckon when it comes to the speed of Poggy? Is it...
He's not...
He's not... It's not...
This is going to sound ridiculous. Poggy's not impressing me that much in terms of compared to Catalunya. Like, these guys are fucking about.
He's looking around a lot.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, these guys are... This is Juanpe Lopez, as you say, Rubio, Chavez, Lutsenko, and he's looking around a lot. Like, of course, it's impressive. And
he's far better than the others.
Poggy's the best rider in this race, and he's going to win GC, of course. Yeah. But I'm not... This is not like, oh my God, he would also stomp Vingegaard out here.
Well, maybe pure in shape Vingegaard.
O'Connor's fully cracked himself. He shouldn't have done that.
So sad.
I mean, credit to him for going for it.
And ruining my Velo Games team single-handedly.
But then, like, he did what G said he would do, but then he's just full cracked himself. So
I would much rather see Ben O'Connor play much more
should have ridden for the podium.
Defensively riding for that podium, because realistically, that is what is realistic for him. He's not in the fight to win it before this race. He's in the fight to win it if something happens to Pogačar, which we don't know.
Pogačar's not gained any time on the group behind in the last 2-3 minutes. It's only stuck at 32 seconds.
He's reduced his tempo a little, is how I perceive it.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's also, we're going to gradually go to 6% in the last kilometer now, so...
I think he thinks he's going to be caught. I think he thinks he's not going that quick, and he's worried he's going to get caught. Why else would he look... In Catalunya,
he looks behind so
in Catalunya, he didn't look back once because he was like, I'm stomping. It's nice to see the two young GC guys, Lipovic and Otterbrooks, going for it, though. Come on, Ben. Fight. Fight back. Come on. It levels off.
I really love the battle for, like, second and third right now, though.
Lipovic gets dropped by Bjerg yesterday. But I guess in wrong... Lipovic is flying.
Man's back.
Lipovic is crushing. Good on the man. Good on the man.
I love that.
Yeah. I like that. Fantastic to see. The white jersey battle is going to be fantastic. Yeah. Like, Lipovic, Otterbrooks, Tiberi, I don't know where he is.
How's Lipovic's time trial? Because Otterbrooks is pretty abysmal.
It's probably not elite, but it'd be hard to be worse than Kian's. Poggy's losing time to Lipovic, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think...
But he's still going to take 25 seconds roughly.
No. Poggy, this is not...
But I agree with you.
This is a 17-minute climb. You can't take 2 minutes.
Yeah.
This is still a super dominant performance. To put 30 seconds in, riding... Also, he has not been in the draft for 4 kilometers.
And for the sake of the Tour, it's also good that he's not showing like a full 2-minute of Europa attack, because that's not realistic either, eh? Like, he needs to hold this form as well.
He also crashed just before the climb, you know? Like, you have a huge adrenaline spike, and then also he might, it probably won't affect anything, but it can hurt your knee or something. So
yeah, for sure.
But this is not Poggy at 90% can do this.
Yeah, he looks he looks more weathered than he usually does. But that's weird to say because he's going to win the stage easily.
He's been solo for 4 kilometers.
for
but
sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe the guys in his com said, calma, we've got a tour to win.
No.
I don't think they do that.
You don't say that on stage 2.
I don't think so either.
But you can see how it levels off.
You do that if he's got 4 minutes on a random stage where he's already got a lead of 30 seconds too.
500 meters to go for Poggy, blowing his nose. But I think he knows he already has GC1. I think he already knows. Like, these guys can't touch him.
So it's all about preventing what happened earlier, which is crashing.
Yeah, just the chaos, and Ineos also gave up this.
Yeah.
Ineos gave up when they got on the bus this morning. They gave up on GC, and so that's Pogacar's job is easy.
He's got 3 tufts out of his helmet, so on paper he should be doing more watts.
You've taken the kilometer thing away, Luke.
There we go, final kilometer. Tadej Pogacar is going to win on Europa, as written.
I mean, it's cool for the historical parallel. Like, I'm happy Poggy won, actually, because especially, I mean, he won't be happy he crashed, but the mechanical, the historical parallel is kind of cool and crazy.
But it's still a shit comparison. It's very different.
I don't know. When you look back in 3 years, it will be it will be, and it's not shit. He will be happy because he won. So
for sure.
In the end of the day, he wins. And UAE, I wasn't that impressed by Novak again, but Micah was.
But he was better than yesterday, though, in my opinion.
Micah was fantastic. Micah is just is so good, and Poggy's going to win, deserved win. We'll see what the time gap is. I'll say 35.
Holds it to the line.
35 seconds.
Celebrating off the line. That's what I want to see.
He seems kind of relieved, like.
He kind of does.
Yeah, let's see.
Which is weird.
Who do you think will be second?
I don't know, but they're sprinting on cobble, so.
Yeah, it's like Pave. Lipovic.
Martinez.
G will finish second.
I think Martinez. No? It's going to be a close one. Martinez.
What a shameful performance from G. Refusing to pull and then sprinting like that after sitting on O'Connor.
I don't blame him as much that I blame the team tactics. Sorry, but I don't personally blame him for today. Ineos as a team tactically fucked up. Because they spent the entire day chasing for nothing. This would have been exactly the same result if they did nothing at all today. Actually, no. They could have prevented it because
it would have been a better result if they didn't do anything.
Because
this is the worst possible. What gap did Poggy take? 35?
35 plus then bonus seconds, roughly?
Yeah, so like Poggy wasn't gaining that much time. Like, if you make him attack
26, I think, plus 10, so 30.
Yeah, Poggy slowed down.
Who's this?
This is
white jersey thingy.
Pellizzari, is it?
Baudin.
Anyway, curious stage. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. We're going to go record the podcast now, and we'll see you for the live stream of tomorrow's stage, which will be our first group sprint then.